Good afternoon, I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Welcome to Camnet TV Midday News. The headlines. Local government PS compares their kids flyover to those in Las Vegas. Fire sweeps through a house in LUSAKA'S Kanyama compound. Girl 10 defiled by 22-year-old man in MUSHINDAMO district. Details coming through after this commercial.
Msika is here. We have you all covered with just 150 kwacha. You can advertise every day from 17 hours to 18 hours. For a 30-second ad, get the benefit of selling your products and services on Msika. For more details, call our marketing department on +260 953 995099 +260 962 444-726 or +260 971 177 467. Email us on info@camnettvafrica.com. Terms and conditions apply.
And now the media news in detail. Imagine losing your household property with the current economic challenges in the country. This is the predicament of Linda Kazolo, a single mother of 4 and a vegetable trade at Kanyama Market. Fire swept through her house Friday afternoon, Fire swept through her house Friday afternoon, destroying a number of her household property. The fire, which started at around 14 hours, was only put off by the victim's neighbors using buckets of water. After the time of the incident, the owner of the house was still at the market. One of the victim's son cried uncontrollably after losing his treasured school shoes in the inferno. By broadcast time, Zesco was being blamed for the fire, saying it started immediately power was restored after being on load management.
I was seated to my house there. Then I just heard that there's a fire from my neighbor. I went to rush to see her, and the fire was caught inside the area. I went to the back window. We saw a big flame of fire. So I had to, my friends and my colleagues had to organize water from my well and to come and to help pour water inside. But the young men, they managed to go inside and put water and take away from the house. With the money was there, was a bank. How to fix so many things. You can't go with all money. Michael, just go down. Come down. It's about the school. Yeah, I know. Come down. It's not easy. It's better the shoes to get banned than the human school.
650 inaponya hapa 650 ngatoenda yani ino man.
In other news, Ministry of Local Government Permanent Secretary Bishop Eddie Chomba says the Arcade's flyover can only be compared to some bridges in America and United Kingdom. Meanwhile, Dr. Chomba has disclosed that the bridge is at 90% completion and will be in operation soon. Speaking when he visited the site for inspection Friday morning, Dr. Chomba said he is delighted with the progress of the work made and hopes that the construction will be completed in possible time. He disclosed that the bridge will help in curb traffic and save people's time. He has since directed the Lusaka City Council to maintain the surrounding where the bridge is located.
The longer you stay on the road, the more time you spend, the less money you make. If you are needed in town in 20 minutes time and you get there in 15 minutes time, you've made a little bit of some money, you know. And that is what is happening over here.
Guarantee, the constructors, how many years guarantee are they giving the Zambian people really?
That is normally what engineers can answer to it. But let me put it to you in a layman's way. First and foremost, it's beautiful. Then we have seen that when a foreign contractor comes to do work in a country like this, even though they are engineers, they are diplomats. They are never going to come and say that they've done a better work than the other people. But Lusaka decongestion projects, this is not just about mortar and brick. Have you seen the thickness of the roads they are doing? Have you seen the bridges? Have you seen, the pavers, the curbing stones? Have you seen the way things are happening? The best way for us is we are inviting our colleagues who are critics. The bridge that you are seeing there could just be like a facade to you. Who could have dreamt that Lusaka would be the way it is? All of us, we were thinking they are destroying the roads. And when, people were, being inconvenienced, we are thinking nothing good is coming up. But look what is taking place over here. But listen, out of all these projects, there's no winner, there's no vanquished. But I think, the pedestrians and the motorists are some of the heroes. They have been patient, they've been understanding, they've been tolerant, and now it is shaping up. Everything is coming into place. Everything you are seeing, wait until the rain season. You're going to see the beauty of Lusaka. You've been downtown, Oxford Street in London, it's going to look like that. Go to Las Vegas, you're going to see the way it is, a city that never sleeps. Look at these lights that we've put up here. It's beautiful. And this is going to come into place. A word to the critics, wait, ball a punch. We need still the doomsayers. But we are going to continue making infidels to be believers. Because it is happening. You haven't seen? It's a masterpiece. It's great works. Flyover bridge.
A 10-year-old girl of St. Dorothy area in Mushindano district of Northwestern Province has been defiled by a 22-year-old man of the same area. The girl in question is a grade 3 pupil at Kansefu Basic School. According to the police, Jonathan Mwanza pounced on the girl and forced himself on her as she headed home from the market around 18 hours. A police report further indicates that the girl sustained bruised private part and abdominal pains. The suspect has since been arrested and is expected to appear in court soon. Kotefa Zambia Limited has appealed to journalists in Eastern Province to adequately sensitize farmers so that they embrace agriculture technologies that mitigate climate change. Company Relations Manager Deborah Tembo says journalists are very instrumental partners that can work with Kotefa Zambia Limited in spearheading government's agenda that targets to increase maize yields among farmers in order to make Zambia the grain basket in Southern Africa. Speaking during a media engagement luncheon held in Nyamfinzi Hotel in Chipata District under the theme, The Media, Our True Partner in Sustainable Development, Ms. Stemble said farmers with the help from media houses can be reached with messages that would help them plant the seed that would improve their yield with harvesting.
Government is working with various stakeholders to improve agriculture production as the country faces ravages of climate change. Kotefa Zambia Limited is effectively working to supplement government efforts of improving maize yields among farmers in the country. The agro company organized a media luncheon in Eastern Province in order to partner with journalists so that the farmers can be adequately sensitized on the use of agriculture practices that can enhance maize yields. Kotefa Zambia Limited Relationship Manager Deborah Tembo said the company is working to foster government's agenda of improving productivity among farmers.
But why is it that the farmer is not getting that tonnage that the hybrid produces? Among other things, because they lack information on the right practices in agriculture. So realizing this as an organization, we felt to come up with a strategy to engage the media, work closely with the media to help disseminate that very important information down to the farmers that can help increase productivity.
Panaseed agronomist Canon Mukuma and Pioneer Senior Agronomist Henry Kamwale made presentations.
We are there to work with our farmers And we want to understand the challenges and the risks that we face so that together we can manage attaining the opportunities that our products are able to deliver.
Our call to the farmers is that they should always be on the lookout around this time. They should make sure that they price it accredited agro dealers. Every year we conduct training to agro dealers. These are the guys, businessmen and women that we have worked with closely for a long time, and we understand their ethical and got that business relationship.
Samuel Njovu gave a vote of thanks on behalf of media houses in Eastern Province.
We thank you and we appreciate it. I mean, taken journalists from across the province, which is good, and there's commitment from colleagues here that if we engage us in the right manner, then we will definitely help your company to accept.
Government is working with various partners in order to promote agricultural technologies that would help in mitigating climate change. Sylvester Shimba for Zanis, in Chipata District, Eastern Province.
Zambia Congress of Trade Union Secretary General Cosmas Mukuka says there is urgent need to develop a multi-dimensional rapid response mechanism to enable workers recover their livelihood due to the stringent measures being employed by government as COVID-19 hits the country. Mr. Mukuka adds that the trade unions are ensuring that trade union rights are at the center of the COVID-19 response and ensuring that the emerging occupational protection health risks are controlled. Speaking during the rapid gender assessment of COVID-19 impact on workers' rights, Mr. Mukuka says decent work for women is a priority to recognize that women are critical agents of equality at places of work and in society. He says the assessment of gender responses through its statutory provision was intended to provide trade unions, its social partners, and other key stakeholders with better understanding and information to support workers' rights.
Women form a bigger group of those who are in the informal sector, self-employed and others who are in formal employment also, you have a smaller number to that effect. So as HTU, we just wanted to have an assessment. If the COVID goes beyond where we are, what do we do? What recommendations do we make to government and employers on the most vulnerable group of the women? That's what we did. And hence coming up with the rapid gender assessment tool, which will help us to guide on how best to tackle this with the recommendations. Now at this stage, we also feel the rapid gender assessment tool we have can also help us, even in other future pandemic, where we could also see how a vulnerable group of women are looked at. So we are here to present the rapid assessment study. We are here also to even pronounce ourselves to what should be recommendations. And amongst the recommendations is to narrow down on the gender gap, equity in places of work, and to come up with certain recognition of women conditions, especially the issues to do with the care, the issues to do with the certain jobs where women have been looked upon as not being not recognized at places of work. So those are some of the recommendations you will see in the document. And it's, going forward, we have to also embrace the women in working places because they have a unique feature. If we embrace properly, can add value to every working place.
Well, that news item brings us to the end of Camnet TV Midday News, but before we go, the headlines once again. Local government PS compares their kids' flyover to those in Las Vegas. Fire sweeps through a house in LUSAKA'S Kanyama compound. And girl 10 defiled by 22-year-old man in MUSHINDAMO district. Thank you for joining me. I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Good afternoon.